I was at a point, and I'll be the first to say it, and I hope you clip this. I was the biggest gatekeeping ass nail tech, bro. I know I was. I was because I
Mhm.
was never in front of the camera. It was always my work. I worked my ass off to get to that point. I worked my ass off to the point where it was like I didn't have to even put my name on it. And people were
Right.
looking at the page. Oh, I know this is your set, Cookie. I know it from your background, from how you posing, from your clients, from your style, from your shape. I know that's you. I had so many of those. You feel me? So it's just like it's not easy to do, but it's doable. 100%.
Mhm.
Like it's 100% doable.
Yeah.
I just want the younger girlies to just think ahead, bro. Just think ahead. No one's gonna change your mind. If your ego's big, if you're popping, if you're doing this celebrity, da 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 da, bro, you making money, do your shit. But listen,
Mhm.
this is not going to be forever. And
Yeah.
I'll be the first to tell you, bro, as I've been doing this over 16 years, I never thought about not doing nails. But now I'm in my 30s and I'm like, hold on, what am I about to do next? What
Period.
am I going to do when I get
Mhm.
pregnant? What am I going to do when I have, bro, like, what is about to happen? You
What's
feel
the
me? Like,
next step?
what is the
Right.
next step? Like, and for all my young nail tech girlies, for all my young girlies, period, think about what you want to do. Thrive in that shit, but please think about what's going to happen in your 30s. Please think
Mhm.
about what's going to happen in 10 years, in
Right.
15, 20. You feel me?
Right.
You don't want to be in that chair forever.
No.
Realistically, you don't.
Polish in my hand, I'm ready to create each nail a masterpiece. I can hardly wait. Soft pastels or vibrant hues, each tells a tale in their artistry of nails. Nothing ever fails. With each swirl and twirl, let the magic begin in this kingdom of gloss. There's no end to the wind. Gloss on my fingertips, watch them shine bright. Painted like a canvas, colors taking flight. Feeling fierce and fabulous, I'm ready to ignite. Slaying the nail game every single night. Nails and beauty talk with Asia the Bird. Nails and beauty talk with Asia the Bird.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nails and Beauty Talk. I am your host, Asia the Bird. Today is a very, very important panel discussion talking about the importance of self-worth in the nail industry. Here with me are my two panelists. Please welcome first is Nails by Cookiee. Nails by Cookiee, how are you?
Good.
Yes, that's great to hear. The second panelist we have is another nail artist from Georgia. Please welcome Flynih. Hello, Flynih, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you guys? I'm so happy to be here.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I want to go ahead and get started by the first question. So, mental health has become a huge topic in modern society, but not as talked about in the beauty and nail industry. We are not only service providers, but we are also considered as therapists to clients we serve. Do you think there's enough conversation surrounding mental health in the nail industry? And also, do you think mental health is exploited in the nail industry? Anyone can start.
Go ahead, Fly.
Yeah, I definitely think that we do not the everybody society does not take into consideration how much mental health is in the service industry, and this is hair, nails, makeup, whoever, because we are the confidants. They confide so much in us, like so many things, and then it's like it's a lot of energy put on us, and then it's a lot for us to carry. So we're essentially trauma dumped on a lot of the times, and
Right.
people don't really think like, oh, maybe this will affect her, but we also take on so much, as well as the things that we don't put out there to our clientele or our social medias and things like that. So it is definitely a huge thing, and I have literally seen people unravel
Mm,
from mental health issues, and them not being considered having mental health issues, or them not being mentally healthy. So I think it's a big thing in our industry, something that we all should take into account more of. Take a vacation, take a break, but if we don't stop, we don't make the money. So a lot of the times that's how we just keep on going and going and going, and we hurt ourselves and the people who we service, because then we got to stop and all this stuff like that. So it's a big thing, and nobody talks about it.
Absolutely. What's your take, Cookie?
I agree. It can be extremely exhausting, like exhausting. We tell ourselves, like, a lot of us, I mean, we give ourselves days off, right? We say like,
Right.
oh, we're not working on the weekends and we don't work Sunday, Mondays, like, but most likely we end up taking clients. A lot of those same people have fit-in clients or day off fees or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
So we go against our own policies to service people that aren't worried about our mental health. Like, nobody's like, oh, hey girl, how are you feeling today? I've never had somebody be like, hey, are you feeling good today? Do you mind taking me? Like, no.
Yeah. No.
Hey, I have some stuff to do.
Right.
Can you get me into, so it's very inconsiderate. But look, everybody has a life. Everybody, like, a lot of people that are go-getters, they don't prioritize themselves. So they tend to be last minute for themselves. And they tend to pay more because they're last minute. So we just give in and we just do, so then that's really overwhelming. Say a lot of us, say one client a day. Cool.
Right.
But a lot of us don't take one client a day. We take multiple clients a day,
Right.
So that multiple client a day, holding hands, exchanging energy. I think a lot of people don't understand that, like, so when I was doing nails and when I finally said I'm going to close my client list, the biggest, and I should have maybe made a video and said the reason why I'm closing my client list. I think a lot of people were like, oh, she's hella busy, like, which was the case. I was extremely busy. It was hard to keep up with a lot of clients, a lot of new clientele and my loyals. But the main reason is because I was exhausted. There was days that I would wake up bawling, crying from situations that I'm just like, why do I feel so exhausted? And knowing that I have a day full of 4 or 5 clients, and knowing that I have to have a conversation with every single one of them, you feel me? Like, in
the
my
anxiety.
Yeah, the anxiety is such a buildup. And mind you, this is just sitting in our chair in our environment. Outside of that, we have a life. You feel me? Outside of that, Flynih has life. Flynih has a family. You feel me? That she wants to tend to. She has siblings that she wants to tend to as well and raise and help guide. Same with me, like, and a lot of girls, and I know I probably never spoke on this before, but I feel like I definitely should just, start saying something about it. But I was in a really bad domestic violence relationship while probably at one of my biggest times of my career, and nobody knew because I'm a great person to, like, I know how to put shit right under the rug, and I know I had clients. I know I had to sit in front of somebody's face. I know I had to look out for somebody, have conversations with somebody who probably isn't having the best day either, so me as a fixer, as a person that's like, oh, I want to be able to help, as a helper, I'm like, damn, what can I do to make this person feel better? Like, sometimes even like, oh girl, don't worry about paying for me the design. Like, just, have a good day. You're having a rough week. Like, we break our backs too. We do a lot of stuff, and we're on the bottom of the industry, of the beauty industry. You feel me?
Yes.
We take a lot, bro. Like,
so much. It's so much.
It's so much. And the crazy thing is, like, if it was just so much more like togetherness, it'd be crazy. But it just can't be. It's such a competitive.
It's so competitive.
It's so competitive. It's fucked up. It's. I mean, excuse my French, but it definitely is messed up. Like,
wait, can we curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. Yeah, I agree. It's fucked up.
So so it's fucked up. So yeah, and it's like a lot of us, we say one thing, but we've been doing a whole nother. You feel me? We're like, yeah, we're gonna balance it out. We're gonna do this and that. But it's like, bro, at the end of the day, just like Naya said, if we stop, the money stops. if I stop posting, and I get through these phases a lot, and I wonder if people have already caught on. I'll go through this phase where I'm constantly posting because I feel good about myself, and then I'll stop because I'm not feeling good. It's not that I don't want to show you guys. I'm just exhausted. I don't want to respond to nobody. I don't want to do none of that, So it's just like, but everybody's feelings are valid, like the client's feelings are valid, the hairstylist, the nail art, like we're all our feelings are valid, and we just all want to coexist in this grimy ass world.
But we need to be more considerate of each other's mental health. We need to be more considerate of our own mental health, because what they tell you on a plane, you got to help yourself and then help others. That's how it has to be. So we definitely need to just be way more considerate of it, and then we need to take care of ourselves, and then we're able to take care of others, and then also help each other out as nail techs. Like, we need to be able to help. So I definitely think like panels like this, where it's like we're shining a light on it, is needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what is like your personal experiences as far as dealing with mental health in the nail community, Flynih?
I just went through. First, let me say this year has been the shittiest year. The shittiest year of my life, okay? Motherfuckers don't tell you that when you hit 30, shit gets really, really real. I'm 32 this year, and my life, since...
And you look amazing.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Life has been life and kicking my ass. I think, like, I don't know what I did to somebody. Somebody put some Santorini voodoo, something on me. I must have pissed somebody off, because when I tell y'all, since March, life had just been downward spiral. And in May, I dealt with some really heavy personal shit. And it was like house and moving and denials, and it was just a lot of shit. And this also says until, like, once everything gets situated with me, that I want to talk about is credit and building and businesses in the nail community. Like, we can't keep doing stuff up under the rug. We need LLCs, we need copyright, like, we need all of that shit, because it will help us. But I went through a lot of shit in May, and it really able to recoup fast enough. So I didn't post for like a month. And my clients and everybody were like texting me like, are you okay? Is everything all right? And I was just like, I'm really, really at a low point. And I honestly can say, like, my clients out of my village, they have helped me pull me out of that funk, because they keep me going. And the most fucked up thing about it is that I could not stop working. I stopped posting for a month, but I was still working. And one of my clients, who's been my client for she's been my client for like 8 years. We always talk. We always chop it up. In that moment when she came, I was going through the deepest, darkest point of it. And I couldn't even speak to her doing her nails. Like, I was just in a bad place. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm not myself. And she was like, no, I get it. We can be in silence. It's fine. And I'm like, thank you for that. So when she came, and I was okay the next time, and it's like stuff that I tell them a lot, and then I didn't tell them, and I was just like, all right, cool. This is, everybody was understanding. And you can't expect everybody to understand, but thank God that they did. Because I was really just in a bad space, and I really do appreciate them for that. But most of the times, I never really understand that I'm having one of those anxiety filled moments when it comes to my clients until after the fact. And it hinders me. I have people who I have completely blocked off of my books because they give me such anxiety, and I cannot take it. And it's not even like I don't want the money, because all money is not good money, but I've had to block them because they've done such damages to me, and they probably don't even think that they did anything, but it's a lot, and it's very triggering. It's too much. And people will probably be like, oh, I remember we was on Clubhouse one time, and this girl was like, she said that like, oh, all money is not good money, and this girl, she was the lead panelist on it, on the Clubhouse thing, and she was like, that's the problem with black and brown people. You don't hear white people saying stuff like that. You don't hear white people saying like, oh, all money isn't good money, because it's money. You guys always let your emotions get into it and lead y'all astray, and that's how y'all stay broke. And it's just like, whoa, how the fuck can I make money if my mindset is not there? How can I make the money and do that if I'm mentally gone? So
Right.
that's also another thing about it too. It's like, then y'all want to bring race into the situation, and oh, black and brown people always got such that. No, it's not. It's an everybody thing. That's how you see motherfuckers up on buildings shooting at people in the crowds. They didn't do nothing, but you're so overwhelmed with shit. So mental health has definitely, I didn't take an account of it, because we come from our millennials. We haven't, our parents are what, Gen X, and they sweep everything up under the goddamn rug. They're not, kids are supposed to be seen and not heard. Stop that crying, cut that crying out. Don't be crying. Don't tell nobody my business. Don't tell nobody what's going on. So it's like we were raised that way. So then our generation, us as millennials, we're trying to like tell people like, we're hurt. We have trauma. We are putting names to stuff. We're calling things out. He's a narcissist. That's gaslighting. We're putting names on things. We're just trying to figure it out. But we're also trying to figure it out by leading and ushering in a new time and getting people up to speed with things about mental health. So my family has helped me. Praying has helped me. Definitely talk to God. And then once I came through the storm and came out on the other end, I realized what things were going on, and that my things in the past that I was doing that I just kept pushing off was coming full circle to me now. So once I understood that and just had to work those things out of my mind. Again, I have a really great support system, so they helped me. So that's how I've dealt with it.
I want to get into as far as nail trends. So we see a lot of nail trends that have developed throughout social media. We see styles ranging from character art, hyperrealism, cat eye, the clean manicure, etc. So one of the things that we see is that people are often going to what is popular and trendy. What is your insight and advice for nail techs and nail artists on how to find their own niche and nail style, and how important is it to look for inspiration from other nail artists and other outside sources?
You talk about it, because bitch, this has a lot to do with you. You are the fucking leader of this shit, okay? Talk about it. Let's hear it.
Oh my God.
Let's hear it.
Wait. Okay. So we said, all right, say that question again real quick.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll take two. We see a lot of nail trends that have developed on social media. We see styles ranging from character art, hyperrealism, cat eye, the clean manicure, etc. One of the things that we see is that people are often going to what is popular and trendy. What is your insight and advice for nail techs and nail artists on how to find their own niche and nail style? How important is looking to inspiration from other nail artists and outside sources? Any one of you guys can start.
Okay. So this whole like where nail techs are finding their style and their niche, I think it's beautiful. I think it's one of the most beautiful things that can come about in the nail industry. And I feel like because of that, we're really making space for ourselves in the editorial scene, in the fashion world, in like fashion shows. Like, we're making more of a scene because we're able to cover so many different grounds and styles and, so many things. I feel like, yes, it's so hard to go against the grain when it comes to nail art. It's hard. Even for someone who's been doing it over 16 years, like myself, it is so hard to not have your loyal client come to you and say, hey, I love these flowers. The girl's been killing it with the sculpted flowers. Can we do, it's so hard to not do that. And it takes a lot out of a nail tech to say, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because that's not my style. That's not what it's not that it's not even my style. I just like to look. I be telling my girls, like, look, you're better than that. You're not a follower, bro. You're a fucking leader. You know, that's my thing. I
Right.
like, but I'm also working at a salon. When I first started doing nails, I started doing nails on my own. I just YouTube myself, my friends, and then from there it went on to school, and then it went on to a salon. When I got to a salon, I really learned how to because you're gonna get whatever client is coming in. It's not like, oh, they're coming to see you. They like your style. You have no style. You're literally just starting, you know? So I felt like, to me, it was easy to be able to be extremely versatile. So I can be able to touch bases with everyone, and anybody can feel comfortable. Hey, stop. And anybody can feel comfortable coming to me, you know? I would say that if there's nail techs out there that are having a hard time finding their style, just like how you found your friends, there's certain things that you're gonna do on yourself. If you've never seen a specific character, you've never seen a specific design on somebody's nails, and you don't know how to do it, just try it. Like, just try it. That's how I got the best parts, the best types of designs out of myself, is trying it or being pushed. 2-3 of my clients that have been with me for years, they're one of my biggest motivations, because they bring me stuff that I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, this is gonna take forever. And they're like, I don't care. Like, do it. Like, I'll pay you. I appreciate those people because they push me to a position that I'm like, you know what? And even at the end, I'm like, yo, this is fire. Had you not told me to do this, I would not have attempted it, you know? So it's just like, it's certain stuff that you think that there's no audience for. I promise you, there's a huge audience for that. And I learned that from watching the streaming people right now, all the influencers. You'd be surprised. I've gone through some people's pages that I'm like, who the fuck is looking at this? Bro, millions and millions of views, you know? So it's just like, it's a matter of whatever your style is, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. If you feel like you're weird, the weirder you are, the better, bro. Just do it.
Yeah.
Push it. Like, if you do get inspired by somebody, make it you. Make that design that you saw you. Throw in your little signature, throw in this. And yes, give credit where it's due, bro.
Give them the credit
where it's due. It's not gonna hurt.
It's not that hard either.
Way. Do you know how many times Flynih knows, bro. I've been doing this. I've been screaming this same song for years. Give credit where it's due, bro. Because there's so many. You're hardly gonna see any repeated designs on my page, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to come up with that type of stuff. People go on my page and they'll look through it like a book. Like, oh, well, what design are we gonna do today? I love that shit. I love it. I love it. But give the credit. That's it. Just a little, or inspo by, or put like, I'm not sure who it is. If you guys know who it is, please tag. You know, it's very simple stuff.
Right.
It's very, very, very simple. But if they don't, it's okay, bro. It's okay. I promise you guys, if no one is giving you the credit that you feel like you deserve, people are seeing. Those people will look out for you, bro. Those people will look out. There's been many situations that people have stole my designs, and I'll see it, or they'll send it to me, and I'm like, what you want me to do? You want me to go on the page and you want me to look a fool? You want me to go off on them and say like, hey, why aren't you? No, I'm not doing that. So then I start going on the page and I see, oh wait, people are tagging me. People are saying, oh, this is Cookiee's design. You know, people will speak for you. Like people like that. People don't like to see people that are really good people get shitted on online. People just don't like that. You feel me? Like, that's just internet, you know? So it's just a matter of like, I 100% push for people to give credit where it's due. You feel me? And not just nail tech, artists. I saw this graffiti on a wall and I wanted to replicate it. You feel me? Tag the artist, whatever, but give credit where it's due. The thing is, sometimes for whatever little reason, you can't. You feel me? And some people just don't be you the credit. As an artist, if they don't give you the credit, I promise you, if you are genuinely, sincerely in love with what you do, it's gonna work out, bro. It's going to work itself out.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
You can't argue with everybody. You can't force people to say and do and respect you. You just can't. And I've learned the hard way. I've gotten to the point that I'm like, you know what? And Flynih knows, bro. I've linked up with her, spoke to her when I went to Atlanta. Like, we've had conversations where we know, like, you know, and I've been singled out by a couple of situations, like a couple of years, you know, like, and I didn't care. You feel me? Like, I'm still stood strong, like, you know, and I kept it pushing. And
yeah, you got past it. You got past the shit. I mean, it happens. Sometimes people forget, because I try to be stand up on that. Me and Cookie, we have conversations about this shit all the time. And I really try to be a stand up person when it comes to that. I make sure that I give credit, because there's like this new phrase, a copy and paste nail tech. So it's just like, I guess I would kind of fall up under that, because my clients ask me, well, okay, well, I won't then.
Definitely.
If you said I'm not, then I'm not.
No.
But if my clients bring me shit, I'll, you know what I'm saying, I'll tempt it, but I'll give the credit where it's due. And I remember, like, one time I saw it on one person's page, and then the person who originally did it, like, came at me and was like, oh, you didn't give me the credit. And I'm like, but I didn't see it on your page. I saw it on whose page I gave the credit to. Well, she copied me. And I'm just like, okay, well, I didn't know. I didn't know. I gave credit to who I saw, and then she still was coming at me like, you knew. And I'm like, I didn't know. And then she just blew up the situation to be this huge thing. But I'm just like, I still tried to give credit, though, and I told you I didn't know. Why are you mad? Like, so
I'm saying, where it's like, if there are situations where you can't give specific credit to the, you're not about to go down the line and timeline of people. No, but I just
feel my client bought. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and
give credit. Give credit if you can. If you can't,
right.
Like Cookie said, if you can't, then okay.
Right. Right. And another thing I wanted to mention before, so I also noticed that pages like Nail Pro Magazine will repost a set, right? Majority of the girls they repost, and I've been very open about this, and I've commented this, the reason why I unfollowed is because all they post are mostly white hands. Like, it may not be on white people, you feel me? But it's a lot of light colored hands, and like, perfect example, the strawberry milk nails. I see Millie did those strawberry milk nails years ago, right? This is when it first started. Then they posted somebody with that same design and gave them full credit. And then I commented, hey, she's not the originator of this design. The originator of this design is Icy Millie.
Oh, I love Icy.
And it was just like, you know, that's another thing. These pages that be doing shout outs and be like all these, you know, so we could find nail techs or inspo or whatever. Them pages see some of the problems too.
Yeah, they are.
There's too, because they'll post stuff that's gonna make us, or how do you guys feel about it? Have us arguing with each other in the comments. They're not helping this situation.
Not even that's what it's doing, tearing us apart.
Yeah, they literally. I'm not bullshitting you. That one meme that's going around where it's like a clip of Black ink, right? And it's Sky from Black Ink, and then a thing on top of Sky's head that says acrylic nail text, and then on top of the other girl's head that says like
Alex nail text.
And it's like, oh, you think you're better than me? And she's like, what? Like, wait, hold on. And the pages that I seen that on were nail pages.
Yeah.
And that was so infuriating. And I wanted to comment, but in the position that I was right then and there, I already had shit going on. I'm not about to bring in a gang of people into a conversation that have no fucking clue.
No clue.
Like, I do acrylic, I do gel X, I do Russian manicures. You need to really fucking tell me that nail techs, look, that is some real cheap ass layout of who's better than who, bro. That's
because
Right.
it's rage. What is it? Rage bait. It's rage bait to
bro.
try to get people
Mhm.
to pit each other against each other, and it's
Right.
We feed into it more than we complain about it.
yes,
We'll
we
be
do.
able to comment and say our piece on it instead of being like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why are you guys posting?
Mhm.
Like, you feel me? Like that.
Mhm.
We need to also hold those pages accountable, bro. Like,
Yeah, we do.
there's
Absolutely.
on those pages, it could be multiple girls working the page. It could be nail tech.
Right.
Who knows? Like, but
Mhm.
those pages also need accountability too.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And coming from an artist point of view, not just being a nail artist alone, but being being an artist in general, I feel like to me, I think both of y'all make very good points because it is about finding your own style and finding inspiration in terms of what you like, And one thing that I've really noticed too is the whole thing of doing what's popular because somebody else that has a high following is doing it, and the whole thing is that, like, do what you do, like, experiment. And I feel like there are nail artists that don't really experiment enough or try different things to see what they like, to see what lane they want to be in. And I think that's very, very important because that's one of the things I learned going to art school. You learn to experiment and you look at inspiration from different illustrators, animators, whatever it is, to find your art style. So that's the thing. And I wish more people took advantage of experimentation or going to nail classes. You know what I mean? Not everybody has access to art school and whatever, so it's like you have to, the more you study and the more you experiment, the better.
Because
Yeah.
you gotta love what people have to realize is that it starts off as you trying to get the money. So I always say that follow nail supply pages because that's what's going to
Mhm.
keep you up to date on the latest and greatest products on to do. And of course people want to get the trendy stuff now, so that'll be a good ploy to get them in your chair. But
Right.
I get clients in my chair, new clients that have seen me doing whatever, but my
Mhm.
clients don't hop on a bandwagon of trendy stuff until after they leave because we're still doing our own thing. So
Right.
now you'll see me start like the set that I just did with all of the sculptured stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now you'll see me doing those things when bitches was doing that months and months ago. But my
Mhm.
clients keep me like, we're still we're still doing this, okay? Like we
Right,
were just
exactly.
this. And I'm like, you guys don't want to try something else? And they're like, no, we still like this. And I'm like, you know what? It's what pays the bills and it's what gets me the money, so it's fine. So I just try to make sure that I'm still able to do those things that are catchy and things and trendy and stuff like that. But I'm still sticking to the roots with my clients because they'll keep me like that. Or they'll be like,
Mhm.
oh, I saw that you wanted to do something new. Let's try that. So they'll keep me in that realm. So for
Mhm.
advice, try the trendy stuff just to get the clients in your chair, and then once you find out who you are, go with that flow and
Mhm.
pioneer that for you and your peoples because they'll trust you to know that you're going to give them the best.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's been a lot of conversation surrounding nail techs and nail artists pricing their nail art and nail services. Could you tell us your experiences with pricing and what would be your advice for nail artists and nail techs as far as pricing?
We all started in the dirt. We fucking started
I
in the dirt.
I was free when I first started. I
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
free, and it's funny because now I'll like try to mentor a couple of like younger girls. You feel me?
Right.
And I mention the free thing, and it's just it doesn't
Mind blowing.
sit right. It
Mhm.
doesn't sit right, and it just goes back to like I don't know if it's a generational thing, but look, and I'm not even mad at it because the younger people, bro, they're good with the computers, bruh. They're good.
Right.
Like shit is like fucking second nature to them. So it's just like
It
Right.
is.
Mhm.
it's becomes so easy. So I love that for them. Also, because they're so good at it, they're not gonna work as hard as we did.
No,
Unfortunately.
Right.
Unfortunately, as much as
no.
Mhm.
we want, the kids underneath us are not gonna work as hard. I literally
Mhm.
like the best way to describe it when I was first working, like first of all, I never even took nails seriously until 6, 7 years into doing nails. It was always an experiment until I felt like I was very, very good. Like I was not even letting myself put myself out there. I didn't have no page when I was a year in. Hell no. I was
Yeah.
horrible. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just a
Right.
matter of you know, finding the right niche, finding, you know, the right people that would like understand you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. What's your take as far as pricing, Flynih?
Again, I started in the dirt. She said free. I probably was doing $15 full sets and taking
Mhm.
7 hours to do bitches' nails, and then they was popping off 2 days later.
Yep.
Who the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like Cookie said, we in a different generation.
Yeah.
These
Right.
young ladies that are coming in right now is already doing the shit that it took us 5 years to start doing and getting comfortable because of
Right.
TikTok and YouTube University, and girls is already coming in the game like, yeah, I'm putting calls on nails because that's what they're doing, and I already got the charms from Shein, and I
Right.
already do the Gel X off of TikTok and Amazon and blah 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 blah.
But-
so these bitches is like out the gate, I'm charging $100. It's like,
Right.
whoa there.
But I think because of that same reason, the shelf life of a nail tech right now, very small.
Yeah.
Like, girls are not lasting over 2 years because one, it's already boring because you never went through that progress.
You never
stage
went through the
of-
grind stage. You never
Yeah.
you can't say
Mhm.
that you came from the ground up. You
Exactly.
bitches is coming in the middle. When I
Right.
was coming in literally under the
It was
ground.
at the bottom. It was at the bottom.
Yes.
I literally have, yeah,
Mhm.
and I just had a student recently. She's 15 years old, bro. 15. She's never done nails. She's never had nails. So I'm like, wait, everything you're learning is coming from me. So you're already starting from knowing
Yes.
the right answer. You're not starting
Yes.
guessing.
Right.
You're starting with
Yeah.
the correct
Mhm.
answer. So it's just like, in my head, I'm like, wow, she can be amazing. But in my head, I'm also like, she's gonna be bored of this shit quick.
Yeah, she's gonna burn out quick.
She's gonna burn out fast.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Not
burn out
only is she
quick.
good, she's picking up fast, she's smart, she's this. So I tell her, like, look, you can do this without hesitation, but think bigger, think way bigger, because this is a stepping stone.
Yes.
Right.
This could be. That's another thing I tell girls. A lot of girls see how nail techs live. They see how Flynih lives, how fly she be looking. They see how I be living and I be doing whatever. They're like, oh,
Right.
they got the answers. They got it all figured out.
Yes.
We
Because
don't.
we were told it was a hobby, remember?
100%.
Their
Right.
family didn't want you to do nails. They wanted you to be a fucking doctor and a lawyer. Now being a nail tech is the thing to do because it's a career. So when y'all was shitting on it before, like, oh, you're not gonna get that much money doing nails. How much money can you get doing nails? A lot. There's no cap on how much money you can get being a nail tech, a nail artist, a nail influencer, a nail enthusiast, whatever the hell you want to say. It's no cap on how much money you can get. So it's just like now that everybody's taking it serious in a career, everybody want to be Cardi B nail tech, and it might be, and it's accessible for you to be Cardi B's nail tech. I remember when we was coming up, I was just like, oh my god, I want to do Nicki Minaj's nails. I want to do Nicki Minaj's nails. That was such a thing, and it's like, oh, that's the hype, that's the feats to be. It's hella bitches doing Nicki Minaj's nails. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that that's not a height that people can get, but it's further that you could go.
It's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that. It's bigger than being a celebrity nail tech. So with these prices, I feel like, I honestly, Asia, I can't even really say because I don't know, because Cookie brought that to the forefront that these bitches is coming in the middle. I don't even know.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just charge my damn prices to make sure I'm straight. I charge my prices. It used to be like, oh my God, I didn't want to charge a deposit because who was going to pay money to a person they didn't know before they come and get their nails done? I didn't want to take money from people. I don't even know you. I didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? Then it went from, a demand. Okay, so a little $10 deposit. Oh, a
Yeah.
little $20 deposit. Now people are doing 50, and people are doing half, and people are doing 100. Now we got minimums that we charging for nails. Bitch, don't sit in my chair if you're not coming with $150. And it's like, it's acceptable because we're being including and we're being introduced into people's bills now. So I don't really even know what's going on, because I can't look at a new nail tech and be like, oh, she's charging 200. Who the fuck does she think she is? She's a nail tech. What? And that whole thing about being licensed and shit, that's a whole nother conversation too, because bitches is doing nails.
Yes, it is.
They doing nails. They doing nails. They doing nails just like a licensed nail tech is doing nails. But then schools, I can talk about this all day. Schools are not teaching these girls to be a nail tech. They're teaching them for state board. But then after they get out of school for state board, some of them either still know how to do nails the same way, or don't know how to do nails a different way, or nobody's teaching them the right way to do it. Nobody's teaching them sanitation and skin and funguses, right, and chemistry. We're fucking with chemicals. You know what I'm saying? To put them on people's nails and things like that. So of course now bitches is doing toe BBLs and all of this stuff like that. And y'all want to sit here and talk about a fucking license, and people are still getting these services done, not giving a damn about licenses. Who was to talk about that? Who was to tell these girls about that? So when we talk about pricing, you got to introduce years in the game, levels to what level you're on. Are you licensed? Are you not? Are you in a crib? Are you in a shop? Who have you done already? What's your following? What's your social media? You got to introduce all of that stuff. So it's going to be pretty hard to talk about it, because we're not even in the same space. Like, again, free and $15. How much was you charging, Asia, when you first started? You know what I'm saying? You got to think about those things when we talk about it, because how are we going to tell them? How are we going to tell girls, like, yeah, you bought that $20 Amazon start off kit and you're charging $100? Who's to say you can't do that?
Yeah, right, absolutely. And the thing is, when I first started, I was, pricing cheap. There was instances where I done it for free. I charged like a manicure like $20 or something like that. You know what I mean? Even with like press-ons, I charged like $50-$60. And so the thing is, it was just at the time I was still building my skill. And the thing is that what people have to understand in the nail industry, how you price is in regards to in terms of your experience and the skills and, the time you put into it and the complexity of design that you acquire. And I think that, and I like what Cookiee said, and how you said, Flynih, because what's happening now also too is not just the growth of social media and how it's impacted nail artists today. I think there's so many possibilities and avenues that you can do besides just having a salon, booth renting, mobile, taking in clients. You can have your own merch. You can have your own, prints. You can have all these other things. So there's people that are expanding beyond the nail industry. And I think that's something like how what you said, Cookiee, is thinking bigger. That's very important.
Yeah, that is. It's a matter of thinking bigger. Also, yeah, you're right. If you're asking somebody what their prices are, if you're going to go based on the prices, you know what? I've had a couple of girls DM me and be like, hey, can you send me your price list? I just want to get an idea of like, and I'm like, wait, I've been doing nails 15 years. How long have you been doing nails? And they're like, oh, like a year and a half, 2 years. And I'm like, why would you, like, and I'm not trying to be rude, but at the time, look, this is another thing about me. Naya knows. Sometimes there is no in between with me. That's why I stay quiet a lot, because I'm very forward. I'm a Gemini. I'm as forward as I can possibly be. And sometimes my response are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
yes,
what? So it's like, there's been times that I've had to catch myself, and there's been reasons why I don't speak on certain stuff, because I feel like this is not for the weak. The way that I'm speaking is not for the weak sometimes. But I'm also a Gemini. I'm also sensitive as fuck. I am so sensitive about my shit, and I know I am, I know that I am. So it's just like people don't think about when you have the opportunity to ask me a question, that's what you gonna ask me, bro. Like that's what you gonna ask me. You feel me? There's just so many other things, and I'll be the first to say it. I feel like it's an age thing because when I was that age, I didn't give a fuck either. You feel me? I was at a point, and I'll be the first to say it, and I hope you clip this. I was the biggest gatekeeping ass nail tech, bro. I know I was. I was because I was never in front of the camera. It was always my work. I worked my ass off to get to that point. I worked my ass off to the point where it was like I didn't have to even put my name on it. And people were looking at the page. Oh, I noticed this, yo said Cookie. I know it from your background, from how you posing, from your clients, from your style, from your shape. I know that's you. I had so many of those. You feel me? So it's just like it's not easy to do, but it's doable. 100%. Like it's 100% doable. I just want the younger girlies to just think ahead, bro. Just think ahead. No one's gonna change your mind. If your ego's big, if you're popping, if you're doing this celebrity, da 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 da, bro, you're making money. Do your shit. But listen, this is not going to be forever. And I'll be the first to tell you, bro. As I've been doing this over 16 years, I never thought about not doing nails. But now I'm in my 30s, and I'm like, hold on. What am I about to do next?
Period.
What am I going to do when I get pregnant? What am I going to do when I have... Bro, like, what is about to happen?
What's the next step?
What is the next step? Like, and for all my young nail tech girlies, for all my young girlies, period, think about what you want to do. Thrive in that shit, but please think about what's going to happen in your 30s. Please think about what's going to happen in 10 years, in 15, 20. You feel me?
Right.
You don't want to be in that chair forever.
No.
Realistically, you don't. You know, and this is coming from somebody, and Naya, I'm sure as well. Bro, a lot of us, we're not staying in that chair forever. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's think ahead is all I'm saying. Think ahead. Think of the future. Because right now, in the position you're in, you popping, you fly, you this, you that, you gatekeeping, blah, 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 blah. That's just going to go.
It is, quickly. And before you know it, it will be gone.
It's going to go. And if you're not humble, if you're not appreciative, if you're not none of that, bro, it's going to show. And you're just going to make a fool of yourself.
It's going to blow up in your motherfucking face.
It's going to just blow up in your face. Like, unfortunately, yeah.
I definitely move on to the next question. So how has social media influenced the nail community during the pandemic, considering the rise of nail artists, techs, and nail brands in your perspective?
That shit, I'ma keep it as buck as possible. It fucked the game up. It fucked the game up. Let me tell y'all, when the pandemic had people talking in the nail industry shit, people was getting exposed, people was getting dragged. It was all types of stuff. Nail techs was coming out the woodworks. Do you know that I was making so much money? I definitely hit 6 figures,
bro,
in the pandemic doing nails, teaching classes, selling products, doing press-ons, all types of shit. I saw this one girl, she did an auction. She did an auction for nail press-ons on her live. And I was like, okay, that's cute. I was like, I'm gonna do something like that. At the time, I'm playing around a little bit, not even thinking I'm gonna make money. One of the nail sets that I had did, I auctioned off for like $298, and I was like hype about it, like a press-on set for $298. Are we bugging out? But people had money to do shit like that. I was coming up. I was doing raffles. I was doing so much. But it fucked the game up in a negative way because it allowed so many people to become nail techs and not go to school, not get the education that they could properly get. It also fucked it up by now. Everybody's talking about different things because we're sitting behind our cameras, because remember, that's when Clubhouse came out. Everybody who
Right.
had a fucking microphone was running their mouth, and they was being rude, they was being disrespectful, and they was throwing dirt on the industry that we love, but that we have fought. Like Cookie said, nail techs are at the bottom of the totem pole for being taken serious, because we still have Asian shops on every corner that's doing this shit. We still have people who are still gatekeeping and things like that. So now we got to figure things out for ourselves. But it's a lot of miseducation that's going on. And
Right.
when the pandemic came, the shit blew up. I remember one of the first things was, I think it wasn't Nail Pro magazine, but it was Nail magazine, and they had posted that thing and said tag a nail tech of color, or a colored nail tech
Bro,
that we should be following.
Mm.
And that blew this shit
about.
up. That blew the shit up. It's like, huh? Y'all wasn't already following? Why? And then I don't know. It was the wording, because I can't remember. I don't want to say colored, but I want to say, was it colored?
Yes.
Tag a colored nail tech. Blew the internet up.
Mm.
And everybody was talking about it. They was having lives about it. They was having lives with the big names on it. And it was just a lot of shit. So I feel like the pandemic kind of hindered it, at the same time as kind of brought a lot of light shine on it too, because now everybody wants to be a nail tech. I was doing nail classes that probably like 500 for one-on-ones, maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was coming, and because it became such a big thing, I also started running specials on the classes, because I was having so many people come, and I was just like, all right, let me help some people. So I was doing specials on it, and it was so much. But then people were still trying to come and get their nails done during the pandemic. Bitch, my whole house was sick. I actually got COVID in March. And I got it at the beginning of March. I think I caught COVID March 6th from a client. I will never forget it. And I was sick for 3 fucking weeks. And then Georgia shut down. And then we quarantined, and nobody could go nowhere. We're stuck in the house. My cousin became pregnant. When she gave birth, she had COVID. She was in the hospital giving birth with COVID. My mother got COVID, and then my niece got COVID. So It was just a lot of stuff. It was a lot of things going on, and it was just, but people were still trying to get their nails done. I don't know about where y'all at, but Atlanta was wide open, and they was, oh my God. Yo, let me give you an extra $200 to get my nails done. What?
Yeah. Same, because
Huh?
same thing with Vegas. Vegas was closed around that time. And I remember there was a moment where, like, I was watching the news so much, and I was like nervous as fuck. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, it's happening. It's happening. Like, oh my God, you know? And in my head, I'm just like, who gives a fuck about nails? Like, in my mind, I'm panicking, crying, because I'm like, who's gonna come? Who's gonna come? Who's gonna put their life on the line?
And they were.
Because the way that the news made it seem was, if you leave your house, you're putting your life on the line.
You're gonna get COVID and die. That's how the news was making it.
Bro, when I tell you that it's the busiest I've ever been in my entire nail career, so surprised at so many people that I thought were like super germaphobes, who didn't give a flying fuck, bro. They didn't care. They didn't care. I don't do feet. But when I tell you the amount of people that hit me up to get their feet done,
girl,
I was like,
wow.
oh, sorry guys, like y'all gonna have to learn to do your own stuff.
They were so crazy. I had a girl who called me. Now I'm at like the tail end of me being sick, and when I say sick, I couldn't even walk to the bathroom without being like winded. And my bathroom was literally right there in my bedroom. And this girl was like, hey, I'm driving around. I know you say you live in Lithonia. I'm driving around trying to figure out where you live so I can come and get my nails done. First, bitch, I don't do walk-ins. What are you talking about? Then, two, you're driving around trying to pull up to my crib to get your nails done. What? That's so weird. And then I said, baby, go back in the house. What are you doing? It was so strange. And it was a crazy time to be a nail tech. It was so crazy, but it really fucked the game up because it brought a lot of negativity. as well as bust the doors open for a lot of people. You know, now people are doing their own nails at home, and you know what I'm saying, because they don't want to go outside. So it's just like, oh, I don't have to spend $120 on anybody else. And fuck that nail tech, bitch. I'm doing my own damn nails. I'm my own fucking nail tech. So it's like, oh, okay. So that kind of fucked the game up too. Ooh. And social media just was such a crazy, crazy place.
Yeah.
You wasn't there. You had to be there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I want to go into the next question. So due to social media, there has been emergence of cliques and a decline in community. Within the nail industry, there's been instances of drama, racism, favoritism, miseducation, bullying, exploitation of nail artists, cultural appropriation, and failure to credit original work. Could you share, what you've observed as far as the nail community and your response to them?
You could take it, Cookie.
To those situations.
Like, you're saying what I've seen in response to the situations like that in the nail community?
Yes.
Everybody's scared, girl. Nobody says nothing. Nobody sees nothing. They could be in the same group. They could be, if you're getting paid by them, you shut the fuck up. That's just how people are. Unfortunately. I'm not saying that like that's what you're supposed to do. I'm saying that because it's fucking humiliating. Like, it's humiliating, bro. Like, seeing the nail industry go at it the way that they do with each other, bro. Like, come on, bro. And it's just like, and it's a matter of, it's because we're so competitive, right? Like, because two salons next to each other are going to compete. They're not going to be like, hey, if you get your nails done here, you can get your pedicure next door and we'll get you a discount. It's not like that. So naturally, people want their spot, their chair to be the chair that everyone has to come to. You feel me? And yeah, like, they're popping and they're doing this and they're doing that and everything, but it's just like, it's just building. No, it's just building this, like, this fucking gate of things that we don't speak about nothing. That's why I feel like I'm so controversial, because I'm quick to say something and I don't give a fuck. Like, I do not care how people are seeing it. There was a point in my career that I felt like, Cookie, shut the fuck up. People are watching. Watch your mouth. Companies are watching. You feel me? Still true. Still 100% true. But if a company is not going to stand behind me, if I'm telling them like, oh, somebody's being racist, blatantly being racist.
They don't give a fuck.
Just not being considerate of a specific race, and they think that shit is okay. And if I'm telling the people they work for, and they're like, oh, well, that's not really like, bro, no. Like,
it matters. It matters.
It matters.
The people with the biggest influence need to be the ones that speak the loudest, but they are the fucking quietest, bro.
They are the quietest because they benefit from it. Because they benefit from it.
100%. And not only are they the quietest, but when I tell you that these people have no fucking clue what they are doing, and they have no clue how to handle a situation where somebody's being out of pocket, they don't know how to address that. And if they do address it, they'll address it for 30 minutes and take the post off. It's not like it's we're going to have a fucking class on how to fuck to talk to people. Like, they don't do that. They're not having that.
But they should.
Work, if you're having a problem with HR and bro, you have to go to classes to learn how to speak to people. You feel me? You have to learn how to do that in most jobs. In this job, when something goes down like that, no one wants to be held accountable.
No.
Nobody wants to be held accountable.
Nobody wants to be the bad guy.
Nobody wants to be the bad guy. No companies want to be the bad guy when companies obviously fucking pay for their stuff. They sponsor them and still have no accountability, bro. No account. Also, I think that a lot of people think that companies that are, say, white, Asian, Russian, whatever, when it's a situation about Black people, they shut the fuck up because, oh, well, we're not black, so this isn't a conversation for us. Like,
but it is
no,
though.
but it is though.
Because y'all pander and
100%.
profit off of blacks and browns.
100%, bro.
But then when it comes to sticky situations, it's like, ho, I can't speak on that because I'm not that. But y'all market towards us.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to save the company. The company know exactly who I am, bro. They might not tell me that they know who I am, but they've seen my messages. I've been in lives, I've DM'd, I've emailed, and no response. No response because they want no accountability. Also, it's a company that's not from the States. So they probably don't give a fuck what's going on here. To them, it's like, well, that's your issue, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We're not in there, but the person that you're sponsoring, your ambassador, is a piece of shit. He's racist as fuck, and y'all just not gonna say nothing? Like, that's just crazy, you know? But it's just like, the thing is, no one wants to be that guy.
Yeah.
No one wants to have their shit handed to them. Nobody wants that, you feel me? And that's just reality, like with everything, you know? But if we don't start pressing people to take accountability, bro, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. And with that being said, unfortunately, sometimes we just need proof. You need to have receipts. You need to have certain shit to just be able to show certain stuff. Because if you don't,
without it,
exactly. Because if you don't have that, it doesn't exist. And to them, you don't have nothing you can use against them. So it's your word against mine, and that's fucked up. And as a community, as brands, y'all should have our fucking back way more because we buy from y'all like this. Sales, codes, everything want to be used like this, just like that, bro. Everything.
Because we want the money. We want everything. Everybody wants the money. And I think that the money has to sometimes take a back seat when it comes to morals and principles about things. And we don't set boundaries. We don't set boundaries for those people as well. And I'm not going to say like, oh, say the name so we could bash them. But within our community, just tell people like, yeah, that's not the way to go. I remember one group, one brand I was looking and I was just like, they're so popular and their popularity is like really, really huge and vast, but I'm not gonna fuck with them. And then when everybody's asking me like, oh, Flynih, do you fuck with them? And I'm like, nah, I don't. And they're like, why? And I'm like, don't fuck with black people like that. I think they got one or two really big nail techs that they have backed. And I'm like, you know, good black nail techs that they have backed. And I'm like, okay.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, but I'm like, And then I recently went on their page and I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, so they fuck with a lot of browns, a lot of Hispanic people. And I'm like, okay, I could get with that then because I can fuck with the fact that y'all are fucking with y'all people because the founder is Hispanic. Okay, cool. I fuck with that. You're pandering towards your own. All right, cool. Because if it was a black person and she's pandering towards her own, I'm like, you know, that comes naturally. That's okay. But then it's just like, are we holding everybody accountable? Because if white people were pandering to whites and Asian pandering to Asians, is it the same type of thing? Because we're trying to get into their situation. We're trying to fuck with it because we see those people and they're the higher ups and they're the good ones. And it's like, oh, so we should try to get into it. No, actually, probably stick with your own. Yeah. So I have mixed feelings about it.
Right. I think though, if they want you as a customer, they need to act like it.
Appreciate you as a customer.
In all honesty, a white bait or a company that's white, or I'm not gonna say white ran, but it's owned by a white person, they can't say I just want this for white people. In this day and age, and even if they want to, that's just not how reality is.
Yeah, so, motherfucking better not. You better not say that you only want white clients in this thing. You better not say that.
Exactly.
So they probably do though.
No, and I'm sure they probably have, but I'm talking about as far as the nail company.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm quick as hell to be like, what you mean tag a colored person? What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
what are you
I'm sure I commented, like, this is mad ignorant for you guys to say when you guys already follow mad fucking black nail techs. You feel me? Like, it's again, people on pages that don't show too much of their faces, they're quick to avoid shit. And companies that are not I feel like Hispanic or black owned don't like to face no bullshit. They don't like to come up in the center of the stage and say, hey, this is a problem, guys.
Yeah.
This is a problem, we need to fix it.
Yeah.
It's just working like that. And unfortunately, I hope a lot of people don't get offended with how I'm saying what I'm saying. You feel me? Like,
if they do, welcome.
1,000% the reality of what we're living in right now. You feel me? Like, it's just like, you know, I will support black owned businesses that are trying to just post black women because that's their market. That's who they're going for. You feel me?
Right.
Same with Hispanics. Hispanic and black women already support each other. We should support each other way more, to be very honest. You feel me? 1,000%. I hate that conversation of, oh, that shit don't even fly with me. Like, and people are, Naya already knows that shit. I don't play about that shit. But it's just
break it up a little bit.
We can go to the next question.
Okay, but to add on to the question, you know, I think is all about, you know, how Flynih said there has been a lack of professionalism in terms of the nail industry, because that's something that's been improved way more as far as the professionalism, especially when it comes down to these, you know, ambassador teams in terms of these, you know, because it's been an increase of cliques. You know what I mean? There has been bullying where people have took somebody trauma and threw it back in their face. And, you know, and I wish more people, you know, talk more about, like how you said, Cookie, about the racism in the industry, you know, how nail artists are treated, you know, and things like that. So there should be more of a community. And I don't like how some people talk about, it's about love and support. We got to support each other. But I'm like, some of y'all people are supporting people who got the millions of followers, who got the hundreds of thousands of followers. You're not supporting the ones who have not only the millions and the hundreds of thousands, but also a couple thousand or a couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? So what about those people? You know, and if they're not pushing one brand,
as influencers,
if they're not pushing this one brand or backing up this one person or whatever, they're pushed to the wayside. So like that's another thing too that has to stop too. There has to be more togetherness definitely in the community.
I just feel like that's a little harder for them to do though, because I feel like the girls that are just starting off, they follow the more influencer girls because that's who they strive to be. They're not trying to follow girls that are on their level because, you know, especially someone who's laser focused and in their mind, they're like, I'm following who I want to be like. The last person they're going to follow really is somebody on their lane, unless they want to keep up with their progress. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's hard to, it's not even, I'm not even gonna blame the beginners, the girls that are looking for guidance. I'm gonna blame the girls that have the top followers. I'm gonna blame the girls that have the most influence and the girls that have the most followers and the girls that know that you guys are like, y'all, there's fucking children looking at us, bro. There's fucking children looking up to us, bro. Children, kids, boys, girls, like, bro, why the fuck are we acting like this sometimes?
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing sometimes. Like,
it is.
That's when situations happen before that I'll tell like a customer this and that. Sometimes hearing it come out of my mouth, I'll be like, bro, that shit is so embarrassing. Like,
because you have to, and that's good that you can take accountability for it and you're listening to it and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a matter.
I pride myself.
It's a matter of me realizing and maturing enough and saying, like, you know what? This is fucking it, bro. Because this is embarrassing. We're fucking better than this. I'm better than this. You feel me? Like, I'm tired of gatekeeping. I'm tired of responding with the fucking sass. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? I'm tired of that. I want to be welcoming. I want to guide girls the right way because God damn, have I seen these girls being guided straight into a fucking cement wall, bro.
And I love this self-reflection. I love that.
So sad, bro. It's sad because I be seeing these girls like paying thousands of dollars for these fucking classes. And I'm like, hold on, isn't this girl that's giving this class in my DMs right now asking how to do blase, blase, blah? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Someone that doesn't know really is giving classes. Like, how is a blind leading the blind, bro? We can't.
That's
have
our industry.
People want to do classes because they want to get paid, bro. Do it another way, bruh. Do it another way. You do not have to do this. You guys are putting so much fucked up information out there. So fucked up, bro.
That's where I'm at with it right now. Like I want to teach, and I hate the fact that the blind are leading the blind, like you said, Cookie. Like, and it's even the older women who are like stuck in their ways, and they don't want to teach the new way. And it's like, you know, you're stuck in your ways. You're stuck in fucking 1992 or whatever. That's my years I was born. But you're stuck in that time, and you don't want to come to the newer side. Like, I'm back in school now. Long story. But one of my teachers, she made a comment, and she was like, "Oh, the new nail girlies are charging $200 for nails and don't even have a license to boot. But you've been doing nails for 30 years and you can't charge $200. But instead of you making that hating ass comment, why don't you just try to teach them what to do the proper way so that it's, you know what I'm saying, you can do it. You learn from them and they learn from you. That's what you're supposed to do." Yep. So, of course, you're seeing these girls who are charging thousands of dollars for class, and then the girls is leaving like, "Oh, I just got to meet this person. Oh, I just got a goodie bag. Oh, I just got a t-shirt. Oh, I just got a hat." But it's like they haven't retained the information. Yeah. They haven't retained the information or learned anything that's going to give them longevity in the nail game. So I agree 1,000% with you, Cookie. But I'll also take it a step further and say that you need to be out here teaching. And you need to be teaching the masses because of how Cookie will tell you, I pour into this bitch all the time because she is the greatest nail tech on earth to me. And I just feel like you should show yourself more. You should say and speak how you want because you have so much to say. I try to pride myself on speaking up and saying what I have to say to these girls because in Atlanta is just like that. Atlanta is cut fucking throat. It's a new bitch coming to do nails every day, and people be so excited to see me like, "Oh my God, Flynih, Flynih." And I'm like, I'm just a regular person. And it's just like, I could mean so much to somebody, but I want to still remain humble and approachable.
That's beautiful. And you always have been. Flynih, I've only spoke to you ever. And when I did my tour and I was like, I'm coming to Atlanta, bro, you welcomed me with open arms. I'd never met you in person. Like, you know, and that was the most, and not just you. Jazz does nails. She came and got her nails done with me. The class and everything out there in Atlanta. Matter of fact, Naya, one of her regulars, said they knew I was coming and was like, "Hey, I want to get my nails done by Cookie." And Naya was like, "You should,
bitch, go, please."
She did, bro, and she was amazing. Like, I love that. I love that. That made my heart feel so good because I'm like, bro, Flynih is not looking at me like, "Oh, this bitch is coming to my city thinking she about to run shit."
I posted it and everything. Please go see my girl. That's amazing.
That is the type of community I would love to see within every fucking city, bro. I would love to see that. Naya wasn't benefiting nothing from that besides meeting me, maybe. You feel me? Like, she was getting paid or she was getting classes or none of that. Like, she wasn't getting paid for that. You don't have to get paid. You know, she was being genuine as fuck, and she was being just who she is. You feel me? Welcoming, amazing, just like amazingness just attracted to her because of how she is. You feel me? And it's just like, it's just putting your ego to the side. You know, another thing is ego runs a lot, you know, and ego is so there when you're looking at your nails and you're not proud of them, and then you're looking at somebody else's, and then oh, I only have 3 comments, and fuck, she has 70 comments. Like, what the fuck? You know, it's just like that can be so disheartening sometimes, you know, like, and that could really rearrange how your mental is with shit. And you're like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this, you feel me? But it's just like, you cannot give up.
No.
You cannot give up. You're only going to move forward if you're putting yourself in the most uncomfortable situations, because that's how you're going to grow. Bro, you have to put yourself in situations where you're like, okay, this is not normal. This is not what I usually do, but let me go ahead and do it at your own pace, of course. Don't put yourself somewhere you're fucking anxiety filled. You feel me? Like, give yourself the time, you know, like, but I'm here to let people know, like, give yourself the time, but also if you're focused and that's what you want to do it. Like, even if we're saying something to you or we're saying something right now that you feel like, oh, that makes sense, but it's not your position, it's just not working with the situation that you got going, you don't have to do that shit.
No, you don't.
You don't have to.
It's just a suggestion.
It's just a suggestion, bro. This is just from being in the industry for 16 years and Flynih the same. You feel me? Like, we've been in this industry for so many years and we're still here. We still could post. We still got following. Fortunately, we still got work. We still got loyals. You feel me? We've been doing this so many years. So we're saying this so you guys don't have to make the same mistake. You feel me? But people are just not going to listen. Some people love to make their own mistakes. Some people love to make their own shit, you know? So.
Now, how would you define community in the nail industry?
I mean, shit, what Cookiee just said that I did. Like, she's all the way in Vegas, all the way on the West Coast, and she's coming to the East Coast, post her shit. Okay, she's coming to our city. Even when my clients was like, I talk about Cookiee incessantly all the time. Like, that's my girl. Regardless of whoever else is doing whatever, I'm still gonna make sure that I support her. AJ, if you was coming out here to do nails or just to come out here and do whatever, I'm going to post it. I'm going to tell my people about it. That's what nail community is. You don't have to be on no, oh, fuck her, she'll catch her own clients. Like, if Cookiee never been to Atlanta before, I was going to make sure that her first time she was good. Even if she would have just had that one client that came for me and then me see her, then that would have just been it. Then maybe she could have packed up her shit and left and that would have been it. But that's nail community. That's showing support for each other. I just did Nails by Letitia's nail battle, and she had other nail techs there. You know, I was a judge as a panelist. That's community. I'm in a room full of other nail techs, and I didn't walk around with my nose tooted or act snooty like I wasn't approachable. Right. That's community. Those are my people. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna speak with them. I just went and spoke at Polished at Tiffany's school. She has the third black owned school. Thank you. She has the third owned black nail school in the state of Georgia, and it's just like, I'm gonna go and talk. Did she give me money or anything? No, she didn't. I just went and spoke to her students, and I was there all afternoon. Could I have dubbed that shit and took clients and took a class? Of course I have, but why would I do that? This is community. This is passing on information to the girls that's coming up, or the people, because we keep saying girls, for the people who's coming up in the industry under us, or, you know, it could even, I'm in school now. There's a lady who just came into school and she's 60 years old. She told me she did Donna Summer's nails. And I'm like, why the fuck are you here? Yes. And I'm just like, you know, and she's just like, oh, I'm so nervous. She was like, you know, I did her nails years ago. It was some other people's nails that she did. And I was like, those are some heavy hitters. But it's just like, we're all in the community. I'm 30 years younger than her, and I probably could learn from her. She could learn from me. The teacher could learn from her. That's community. Let's all help each other, band together. And if you're doing some wrong shit, hey sis, I didn't like that. I heard one girl, a client of mine came and was like telling me that her friend went to another nail tech that was out here, and the girl like gypped her for some money. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna get, you know, her crib up and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, oh no, that's not right. So I hit the girl up and I hit the nail tech up and I'm like, hey, I'm not going to go into specifics, but watch what you're doing out here, because if you're doing something wrong to people and they got your address where your kid live and all this stuff like that, it could get serious. You don't know. It could be over $10 and you dripping people, and that's just what it is. But that's community, to look out for one another. And it's not even just to say, hey, girl, you do good nails, and then, bitch, you're trying to come get close to me to find out what the fuck I know on some weird shit. No, community is just let's each one teach one and help each other out. Now, I'm not going to give you all of my game for free, because the game is also to be sold and not told. And I still got to make a living. But community is helping each other out. Hey, I got this event. Do you mind posting it? Oh, can you come? Can you show up? If I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. And then also, don't be so quick to judge, like, oh, she didn't come to my event, she's a hater. No, maybe the bitch has something else to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or she had other things going on. So that's what community means to me. Just supporting each other, shouting each other out, not feeling intimidated, and like Cookie said, take your ego out of it. You know, take your ego out of it, out of that, because you could do nails right next to me. I don't give a fuck. Right. You're not me. You know what I'm saying? And even if we do nails the same, talk the same, or whatever, my clients are still going to prefer me. People are still going to prefer me over that. She's amazing. I went to Houston and did nails. Shout out to God Nail University. Coco, that's my lady. And she had 12 clients to my 3. I was amazed. I was amazed. I'm still sitting here filing with my little hand filing. This bitch is filing 12 clients. That was some shit I never seen. She was like a robot. But it's like, that's what you do. Like, and then her clients are coming over like, oh, Coco, she'll be drawing Eiffel Towers on our nails. Why we don't do Eiffel Towers? She's like, I don't do no fucking Eiffel Towers. She do. You gonna get a French. And I'm like, cool. That's community. She do French. I do Eiffel Towers. Let's just love each other and go from there, and just build each other up and praise each other. I'm gonna be screaming whoever's name from the mountaintop. I don't give a damn. That's community to me. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be just all black, all brown. Oh, shout out Asian bitches. There's a girl out here named is Texfon, TEXT PHAN. She's fucking amazing. Oh my god, her work is so
really
good.
Talented.
She does like a lot of anime. She's amazing. It's so many people. We don't always have to just do. We can stick to us, even though I'll stick to us because we know how to do each other. But that's community. Just support each other. Take your ego out of it and just love on each other, show each other love, and call out the motherfuckers too who don't want to be community. You don't want to be gang, then bitch, you get booted.
Right.
Mm. And the thing is too, with community, definitely it's sticking together, definitely is supporting each other as nail artists. Like whatever it is, whatever sectors of the nail industry that we do, that's very, very important. But also too, I think part of community is standing up for other people. I think that, that's very, very important, because, especially if somebody is picked on and stuff like that, or bullied and stuff, I think community is definitely standing up for others.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think that's like, as fucked up as this may sound, I feel like that's common sense, bro. People should be standing up for the smaller person any fucking way. Maybe because I'm a child of immigrants, I was raised different. I was raised to help somebody who needs the help. Like, you don't fucking, like, maybe because I am, my first language is Spanish. I feel like growing up, people will make fun of people who couldn't speak English clearly, and I was always the one standing up. So maybe that's where it started from with me. You feel me? But I can't stand next to that. I'm not gonna say this is a community thing necessarily, like the nail industry. This should be
everything. You're right.
If you're not a nail tech and you run across some shit, I expect you to speak the fuck up. For someone who doesn't or can't speak for themselves, or hasn't seen it, or is blocked and can't see it. You feel me? Like, very simple. Like there's just a lot of things that I feel like community within the nail industry is like me going to the Sean Legends pop-up thing. You feel me? Sean don't need me there. Sean Legend don't give a fuck if I'm there or not. That ain't gonna make or break the situation, but I want to be there to support.
Yeah.
He made it a thing to hit me. He made it a thing to, I'm gonna ask her if she would mind coming to the pop-up. Like, that would be dope, you know? Do you still do acrylic? Like, can I give you some product? Like, even if Sean and I had situations before, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Me and him have always been on good terms. We've always been on good speaking terms. It's beyond that. What I saw was a child of immigrant parents that had a wild upbringing and worked his fucking ass off in the States to succeed in what he wanted to succeed. So I wanted to make sure that if I was put on a list to come and support, that I'm going to do that. The amount of people that I had in my DMs that said, "What? You went to Sean's thing?" was like, "What? Like,
why wouldn't you?"
Yeah, like, y'all some haters. Like, and I didn't even go into saying, like, why wouldn't you think that I would go? You know, like,
Right.
or a situation that it's just like, maybe it's just because he's a big nail tech. Like, I have no clue. I don't understand why would people wouldn't think that I would go. But I'm like, of course I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna look fire as fuck when I go. Like,
And the nails was nailing too, bitch. The nails was doing this motherfucking own grand entrance.
You know, so it's just
Period.
like, I just feel like it's just a matter of supporting, like, in the nail industry. Like, we need to really be a fucking community. I feel like right now we only call ourselves a community because it's just like, oh, she do nails, okay, I do nails, but we're not like, you feel me? Like, it's rare that if I be like, or if someone hears, oh, that girl right there does nails, like, oh shit, and you don't know her, you're not gonna be like, oh shit, girl, let me see what kind of nails you be doing. You're gonna be like, what the fuck you mean she do nails? Only I be doing nails over here. Only da 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 da. You feel me? That's so quick to happen. It's just like, it's so easy to be competition against one another. It's harder to be a community. You feel me? It's easy to be in competition. We need to stop taking the easy route, bro, and start facing shit and really, really, really be in support. And again, just like with me and Flynih, bro, you never know. Flynih literally, she lended me a client of hers so I could have a good experience, so I won't be missing out. You feel me?
Right.
The nail techs don't really be doing that, and we need to. We need to start making sisters. We need to start fucking really building a community that we need to stop running away from and stop saying, okay, we're at the bottom of the totem pole, but get out of it. You feel me? Like, but we have to try to do that.
So, in closing, in your perspectives, what would be solutions for the nail community moving forward in regards to developing self-confidence and self-worth?
You want to take it back?
I personally also think that I think that the clients need to move forward, because I see so many posts like, oh, I missed $25 nails. And it's just like, we have more education than when y'all were just getting $25 nails. Like, I remember my best friend took me in the Bronx. She took me to this place, and you can get a full set for $15 and all 10 nail designs. It was literally $15 on Wednesday. And it's like, it was like a sweatshop in that bitch. And literally the way that everything was set up, it was a literal sweatshop. But it's just like, y'all have to stop trying to live in the past when it comes to that, and understand that y'all are not getting $15 nails anymore. We have more education, we have more experience, and you want those sculpted flowers on your nails, and you think that I'm about to just charge you $15, you're sick in the fucking head. And I think that if the clients and the clientele would stop doing stuff like that and stop, oh, I do my own nails, fuck that, and all this stuff like that. It's like, if they would stop doing that, then we could definitely keep on keeping the confidence level high. We also have to be all on one accord when it comes to certain things, that this is the standard for stuff, and keep our level of professionalism high, so that you
Absolutely.
can tell the difference of the people who are serious and who are not.
Mm-hmm.
This is an industry that I love a lot. It's helped me, and even though I was not in danger, I don't know if I was in danger of my life not being shit, but nails has saved my life, and it has given me my village. It has given me the bestest friends ever. It has given me a sense of self-worth,
Mm-hmm.
responsibility to take care of myself and to do the things that I love, and
Mm-hmm.
also open my eyes to do things on a broader scale.
Right.
It has done those things for me. So it's just like, I feel like if we took ourselves as the leading nail techs and the leading nail artists of the industry, if we took ourselves more seriously and just realized that we do have people who watch us, then that's where the boost of confidence could come in at too, because we're
Mhm.
holding ourselves accountable to be up here and
Right.
advocating for ourselves and the other people in our industry. We have to be the ones to speak out. We have to be the
Mm,
ones to touch on the touchy subjects,
right.
and not necessarily in a catty way, but just to, like, hey, that's not okay, and hey, you guys need to realize that this is what these people are doing, and this is not right for the community.
Right. Absolutely. Anything you want to add, Cookie?
Um, yeah. So with building your self confidence, I feel like in the nail industry, it's um, it's gonna be hard because there's a lot of
Right.
competition out there. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard because I feel like a lot of us are gonna compare ourselves to other people because that's
Right.
just who we are in our nature,
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're starting off that way, you're already lost. You feel me? Like if you're worried about, and this goes from like earlier you said, like how can people find their niche, like
Right.
their style, like there's a category for you, and if people don't agree with it, fuck them. Like
Mm-hmm. Right.
as much as I want to say, like, I can't, this conversation that I'm having with you guys is not going to make you a better person. You feel me? I can't tell somebody, like, oh, just be good and good is going to come back to you. Because as cliche that is, it's not going to happen for everybody. You have to be in a specific state of mind to be able to receive that type of stuff. You feel me? So it's just like, it's really just do what you want people to do to you. It goes right back to
Yeah.
God.
It
It
does.
goes
Mm-hmm.
right back to God. Do to others what you want done to you. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like, I want people to support me, so support. I want people to
Absolutely.
buy from me, so buy from them. You feel me? I want people to understand where I'm coming from, so I'm gonna try my hardest to understand people. Everyone has different states of minds. Everyone, and we can all be on a different mental state, but we can all be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Like, we all can be on the same page and have different mentalities. We don't have to
Mm-hmm.
be the same layers of focus as
Right.
everybody in our community. You feel me? But it's
Mm-hmm.
just it's just that stay focused on you.
Stay
Like, I'm
focused on
telling you,
you.
because I went through it myself. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
wish I wish I would have had somebody that I was looking up to at the time that had been like, hey, slow the fuck down. Like, calm the fuck down. First of all, calm down. Second of all, slow the fuck down. Like, slow down. You're doing too fucking much, bro. You're doing too much. You're going to wear yourself out so fast. Like,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
on top of wearing yourself out, you're overthinking, you're overstimulating yourself, you're overwhelming yourself, you're overdoing shit. You feel me? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
you're too focused on this, you're too focused on that. One thing that I will say that I never have focused on, though, and I will say I'm so proud of this, never, since day one, I've never focused on numbers. Stop focusing on numbers, bro.
Yeah.
Stop focusing on numbers. Stop thinking that the
Mm-hmm.
algorithm is against you. No, it's
Absolutely.
not. That's just how the shit is. That's just how it's made to be. Instagram has played
Mm-hmm.
its way into our lives so well
So much.
that we need them. Every business now needs an Instagram. You feel me?
Yeah.
And people
Right.
think it's funny when they say, like, oh, Are y'all gonna be using Instagram when they start charging? Are y'all gonna be? It's getting to the point that Instagram is gonna be like Google. The only way we can find out about a business is if we Instagram them. If I want to go to a restaurant, the first thing I do is, are they on Instagram? I want to see what the comments, I want to see what the food, I want to see what everything is like. But that shouldn't be how I find shit out. But unfortunately, that's just how things have been lately.
That TikTok.
Yeah, and TikTok. You feel me? So it's just a matter of like sometimes, and you just can't use numbers as a way to like really say, okay, that completed me.
That's
I feel good
about
myself. That it shouldn't. Numbers should not, because
right.
you probably don't have as much time on your hands to dedicate on social media. Like somebody that has 12 hours a day and an editor and a cameraman, and you feel me? They have that because they built themselves up to that. You feel me? Not everyone has to do that. Do it from the matter of whatever situation you're in. Do it because somebody's going to relate to you. You feel me? Like someone is going to relate to it. The people that are not relating to it, people that are not commenting, you don't want them.
Right.
You don't want those numbers.
Right.
So it's just like, don't focus on numbers too much. Focus on the community that you're building. Focus on your fans, people that are there, that are willing, the people that are putting money in your pocket, like those people that want to see you shine. Focus on those people.
Right.
Everybody else, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, because if they're not already supporting you, that's not your audience.
That's true.
And there's an audience for so many people.
Absolutely.
And also, having a bigger audience than the next person don't make you any better.
No, it doesn't. It just means more people pay attention to them. That's it.
I'm not even and my numbers have fluctuated so much. I've yet to hit 100K. I don't care though. My thing is like, yeah, I understand. Maybe it does matter in some sense. You feel me? Maybe to some people, you do get to stand out a little more because you do have a following, but it's just like, that's not what we're in it for. Yeah, my following is a little higher, but I'm not like, yo, I just lost 200 followers. What the fuck am I about to do? Oh my God, somebody unfollowed me. Who the fuck just unfollowed me? Like,
I used to care, but I can't. I don't anymore. You can't care.
It's natural.
Absolutely.
To care, especially someone who thinks they're building a brand. It's natural for you to care, but as you get older, like I said, you start realizing like it's bigger than that. People are noticing, I just want people to realize and know my work without me speaking on it, without me putting my face on it, without any of that, And if it plays out, it plays out. If it doesn't, bro, it's not about that. There's a place and time over it. So that's one thing I do want to say. Try not to focus on numbers too much. You feel me? And fuck what people think. You feel me? Like fuck what people are thinking. Like if it's not your audience, bro, it's not your audience. Like,
I'm big on that. I'm big on that.
There's different, and I'm saying this as an example because people probably relate to it, but like the streamers, I Show Speed, Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, they all have different styles. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody has a different style.
Right.
On who their audience is. None of them are competing with each other because they're in different niches. There's people, everybody can have millions of followers. Everyone can do it. You feel me? It's just a matter of being able to reach to your community and building a community. If you're not going to build anything, it's not going to be there for you set up just like out of nowhere. No, you have to build it. You have to lead it. You feel me?
I agree.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, absolutely, most definitely. Last but not least, where can people find you both on social media, and how can people support you and your business?
Naya?
Flynih, FLYNIH __. And again, it is Flynih, not Flynn. Because people be calling, oh my God, hey Flynn. Hello. I have a thing about correcting people. My name is Naya, not Nihaya, not Nini. You know what I'm saying? It's Naya. So that's me on Instagram. That's me on Twitter. That's me on TikTok. I'm very open. I'm very sweet. I'm very approachable. You have any questions for me? I'm here. Ask away. You want to know how I did something? Just hit me up. So that's how you can find me. I'm now in Conyers, Georgia, which is 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. I'm here.
Yeah.
What about you, Cookie?
Nails by Cookie on Instagram. I've always been, I wanted to change my name so many times that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it the same. I feel like
It's
I'm
Sticks.
OG nails.
Yeah.
It's thick. Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep it like that for right now. And okay. I want to push everybody to my press on page, but I do want to say something really quick, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to my press on stuff, I feel like that was another situation that I should have been more verbal about with my, followers. I did the press on thing because I was asked. Press ons. We want to buy press ons. For years, right?
Right.
I finally did it. Bro, it was crickets. It was crickets like a motherfucker. Like crickets. And I started focusing on other things. And I'm not going to lie. I started focusing on other things. My mind kind of drew away from that because I was like, that, like y'all pressing. And then it's there. And then it's
crickets, like you said.
So it's just like, that's another thing that I feel like people also need to think before they do when it comes to, it don't matter how many times you get it. Like, people will DM you so many times, hey, do you do classes on this? And you get it so many times, you're like, fuck it, I have to do classes on it. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do classes because everybody's asking. If you're not ready to do that shit, don't do it. You feel me? I want to say that I was super ready to do it, but there were certain things that I'm like, I'm not ready to do that shit, So it's like I haven't put it in focus as much as I wanted to. I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna tell people because it's not fair to just leave it there and not take care of it. You feel me? Although I'm still doing press-ons and I'm still doing that, and I'm still selling them, I'm not posting it as much and I'm not giving that page as much attention. But that's another thing that I want to mention. I start noticing that because I am ambassador for certain companies, I'm focusing so much on pushing their product, so much. My editing skills, my pictures, my everything, my product placement, that everything is going and focusing on them. And I'm realizing like, yo.
You're not focused on what good.
Yes. Like I am so focused on getting their product out and their this and their that, that it's just like, wait, I'm not even applying this to myself. You feel me? Because it's not like I have somebody else be like, here's what you got to take a picture of. This is what you got to do. This is a line of stuff, of rules of what you have to do. No one's telling me that. So it's harder to do compared to my ambassador being like, okay, this is what you have to post. This is the product. Go ahead and use it. You feel me? It's easier to do it that way than it is to focus more on me. But it has to turn around. You feel me? Like it has to turn around for me. And that is something that I feel like I have to speak on. And just so I can be clear with people. And so I don't want people to think that I don't give a fuck, like I care so much for it, but I'm just not giving it the attention it needs. So I don't put it on like up here on a pedestal for everyone to be like, but yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to, but when that's all done and good, then y'all can visit manifestbc.com.
Okay. Period.
But yeah, so I just wanted to speak on that really quick.
And follow you on Nails by Cookie on Instagram.
Yes.
All right. That's really, really cool. Well, thank you so much to you both for jumping on. I appreciate your perspectives and insight as far as what's going on in the nail industry and really giving advice as far as self-worth and how nail artists and nail techs can gain self-confidence. I really enjoyed the conversation. I wish you both the best of luck as far as your future endeavors. And this was a great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you, babe.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the bell for notifications. Also, follow me on my social media platforms and visit my website, ASIATHABIRD.com, and be on the lookout for more interviews to come very soon. Take care, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. Bye-bye.